A couple of slight delays here, ladies and gentlemen. Some technical difficulties with the camera, but I'm back on my phone now, so it'll be back in right now. So back to you, Dad. Michigan and Notre Dame. Who do you got winning?
So what I was saying is Notre Dame, good team. Michigan, arguably one of the best defenses in the country. I think Michigan and Clemson will have the two best defenses in the country. I think the defense wins this game. Michigan wins in a close game, probably 17-13.
All right. So me.
How about you?
I'm gonna take. This is a tough game for me. I love Lucky Charms, but that's gonna be the only thing lucky about the, Notre Dame on Saturday. Give me Big Blue at home, on the road at Notre Dame to pull off the upset. They got a new quarterback in Shea Patterson, who a lot of people are loving this year, and that defense is legit. So give me Michigan on the road to pull off the upset over Notre Dame in Notre Dame. And now, thanks to one of my subscribers, one of my subscriber ideas, it is now time for our Florida season predictions. We will start tomorrow night in the Swamp against Charleston Southern. That is a win for me.
Yeah, we're going to pick the Florida game by game and then try to figure out the record we've got into the season. Again, Florida's going to win this against Charleston Southern, and they'll win big.
Yep. Next up, at home against Kentucky. Last year was your shot, Kentucky. You had a chance to beat us last year, but you just choked in the fourth quarter. I'm going to take Florida to win at home this year over Kentucky.
Kentucky's gotten better and better every year. If this was at Kentucky, I actually probably would take Kentucky. But at home, I'm taking Florida in this one.
Next up, at Colorado State, who looked absolutely pitiful last week against a pretty okay Hawaii team last week. Give me Florida at home.
I agree. So I think this is probably set up as a game because McElwain used to coach at Colorado State a number of years ago. But I'm glad we're playing them anyway. Hopefully we beat Colorado State in this game and go 3-0.
Next up, into Knoxville we go to hopefully get some revenge after 2 years ago when they beat us in Knoxville as we take on the Tennessee Volunteers. And I think we do get revenge for losing 2 years ago in Knoxville. And I think we beat Tennessee on the road and pull off an upset and get to 4-0 on the season.
I think this game can go either way, really, really close. I think Tennessee's down this year, though, so I'm going to take Florida in a really, really close game on the road to go 4-0.
Next up, Dan Mullen returns home to Mississippi State to take on the Bulldogs. And I think this could be the funniest loss of the season in college football, giving Mississippi State at home. A lot of people are going to be making fun of us all year long about this, but give me Mississippi State at home to beat Florida.
I think it'll be a revenge game for Mississippi State, to try to really show up their old coach and tell them what a mistake he made going to Florida. I think Mississippi State's going to get this at home. It'll be a very emotional crowd. I think Mississippi State wins and Florida goes 4-1.
Yep. Now into Ben Hill Rivers Stadium, back at home as we take on LSU. Tim Tebow will be put into the Ring of Honor on that night at LSU, against LSU. Give me Florida to get some revenge after a close loss last year to LSU. I think Florida bounces back and gets a win here over LSU.
Another game that can go either way. LSU and Florida play a lot of close, low-scoring games. I'm going to bet that Florida's going to get the win here, but it'll be really, really close.
If only we could use Tebow as our quarterback that night when he's there for the Ring of Honor, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Next up, it'll be in Nashville taking on Vanderbilt. Good team, not a great defense, good offense. Give me Florida on the road to beat Vandy and get a nice win to get to 6-1 on the year. Finally, bowl eligibility for Florida as they get to 6-1.
I agree, and I think Vanderbilt will give us a close game, but I think we'll get the win on the road against Vandy.
Now into the largest outdoor cocktail party. It'll be Florida and Georgia. I'm guaranteeing you, it'll be closer than last year, but I feel like Georgia's going to win this game. Florida falls in this game and it gets to 6-2 on the year. Give me Georgia to win a closer game than last year, but Georgia wins.
I agree. I think the Georgia program is taking the next step, which Florida's trying to get up to. Georgia's almost on the same level as Clemson and Alabama right now. I think Georgia's going to get the win here.
Next up, at home against Missouri. The Kingdom of Drew Lock will not have a good game this week. Give me Florida at home to defeat Mizzou and have a nice win and get 7-2 on the season.
We've had a hard time with Missouri over the years, but I think playing at home we're going to get the win. But I think it could be a close game and go to 7-2.
Next up, at home against South Carolina, Jim McElwain is back. Who was it again?
Muschamp.
Will Muschamp. Thank you, Mom, behind the camera. I'm going to take Florida at home. I feel like we lost to South Carolina every year, but I think we finally get them this year. Get us to 8-2 on the year.
I'm going to go against Scott on this one. I think, unfortunately, South Carolina's going to come in and win. South Carolina is a definitely improved program. I think we're not quite at their level yet. I think we go 7-3.
Next up, at home against Idaho, the final game before
the Vandals.
the Florida State game. Give me Florida at home at Ben Hill Raven Stadium to get to 9-3 on the season. No, 9-2 on the year. My bad. I'm jumping 1 week ahead here. Give me Florida at home to beat Idaho in a tough game.
You got to watch out for the Vandals, but I think we're going to get this game at home and go 8-3.
Especially in November, it'll be like really cold night.